4 interrogations with 4 very different suspects. You're about to see the moment they all realized there was no talking themselves out of the situation and no going back. A woman who filmed her own crime, a man who couldn't stop confessing, a kidnapping hoax that fooled everyone, and a killer with 0 remorse. I'm breaking down the psychology, the lies, and the detective techniques that expose the truth. This is behavioral analysis you won't find anywhere else. First up, Sarah Boone. She left her boyfriend zipped in a suitcase, recorded him begging for help, and still thought she was the victim. Watch what happens when detectives play back her own recordings.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out. And you
I flipped him over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
I mean, there's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions, and him saying that he can't breathe, and you saying
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it. My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Well, that's what you did.
yeah.
but not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting ready
here.
for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
And his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you, I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other
I
video.
understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
By asking straightforward questions, the detectives are forcing Boone's hand. Now she has to engage with what she's done, which is the last thing she wanted to do.
What does mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
like he
partner...
does. Like, I get called everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers. And
He'll
it
be up
looks
here any
like-
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Do you think
not
he's
able to get
joking?
out.
You told me he was laughing, and
We were
the
before.
video, there's no
When we
laughing.
first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No. No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But I
you're the
didn't-
only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, Sarah, Sarah,
I can't
I
breathe.
can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like, I
Well,
don't
he's never been locked in a suitcase, that's
No.
where he couldn't get out, so.
It's kind of, I thought it was
And
the
you know
boy
the oxygen
crying wolf kind of thing.
Okay.
And again, my plan.
But nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking, he is begging. And you're the only one laughing,
Okay.
and you're the only one saying derogatory comments, like you're mad.
No.
Keep watching. She's been caught and she knows it. But now she's going to try and shift the blame off of herself and onto the officers.
Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but Like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to, like, feed me, like.
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
Well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
No.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
No. Just because I went upstairs and. Just because you're drunk doesn't mean that you...
You told us times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Okay. I understand where you all are coming from.
Well, we're just trying to make sense of it. We're trying to figure out what you're saying.
We're trying to figure out this video.
You explain it to us. We're listening.
I just did. Like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was... My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to... He'll be up here any minute.
But you willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get ready for bed.
My plan wasn't also to leave him in the suitcase.
So why didn't you take him out?
Because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think, he's asking to come out, he can't
I didn't do it intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not giving it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the suitcase.
And what was your plan?
Waiting for him to come upstairs.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him? Maybe I shouldn't?
No.
Well, that didn't cross your mind because it didn't happen.
That's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just.
We're asking.
It's the whole.
You tell us.
It's the drinking. That's what it is. It's the drinking. I thought it was, like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't,
He's telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. Like, nobody understands our relationship. This whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Would you leave someone else in a suitcase? Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you love
I wouldn't
George.
do that to him either. I wouldn't do that to him.
So I just.
Well, it's not like, again, I don't think you all understand. Like, it's.
I mean.
It's not that was not my intention.
Well,
y'all don't have any idea what I've done for him.
But by your acts, and that's exactly right. You get to the point where you've done so much for somebody and they don't show you any appreciation.
He did.
Not by your words in the video. I don't get that.
He did.
Because you bring up the fact that when he's choking you, you can't breathe. That's how you felt when he cheated on you. You couldn't breathe. And you verbally several times told him just F you.
Well, you said it in the video, but you won't let us play the rest of it because you don't want to.
When I say cheating, it's on his phone.
Okay. Cheating is cheating.
I think so, too.
Exactly.
It's your definition of cheating, though, so, I mean, that's what the word cheat means.
And that's what you told him in the video. That I couldn't breathe when you cheated on me.
No.
That's how I felt when he said, Sarah, I can't breathe. And you told him,
I don't know what you... This is...
What would you say if somebody told you that they had done this?
Done what?
Zipped somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think... So you all think that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you guys are trying to assume? Or trying to, like...
The video is very portraying of the opposite of what you told us.
No.
It is not leading up, it is not matching what statement you gave us in the car. So, and that's why we want to know.
And I don't remember doing those.
The injuries are not consistent with what you've told us. So we have a lot of inconsistencies, and this video explains itself. It really, truly does.
You don't think that I have thought about that?
Thought about the video or thought about...
But no, again, if you don't mind, please. So you all are assuming that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you all are assuming?
Well, it's not an assumption when that's what you told us that happened.
That's what happened.
And the video,
Yeah.
I mean...
But I'm not going to say...
You thought he could
Those
get out on his
yes.
But the video shows that he cannot get out on his own.
But when I unzipped it with one finger.
From the outside.
But it had the hole in it.
And you're claiming that it had a paper clip, so that's what assisted you in doing it.
No.
Is what you told us.
When I had my sweatshirt, I said I thought it had a paper clip on it. It's got...
But the zipper part is broken. That
Yes,
helps
which is
you
why we were
zip
going to
it.
zip it.
Yeah.
I just...
You were able to unzip it from the outside very easily, because that's the way they're designed.
But you could on the inside, too. I don't know how...
Well, why wouldn't he have gotten himself out if he could? He was
I don't know. Like, I don't know if
asking.
you saw, like, where the hole was. I don't know.
I didn't see a hole.
No
I
one
didn't
sees
see
the
no
hole.
finger
You're the
sticking
only
out.
one that's what I'm saying. Like, he's in one position, and where his head would be, we should be able to see fingers.
Yeah.
And then when it's flipped over onto this right side, again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I'm not assuming. I haven't assumed anything. I follow evidence.
But my intention was not, again, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm just going to go to sleep.
What do you think someone that knows nothing about this or hears just a little bit like, oh, they were playing around in a suitcase
She's been drinking
and then watches
probably
that
went
video?
to sleep. That's what happened.
You, like, consciously had to walk upstairs. I mean, you obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that. And you specifically told me that you went upstairs.
My intention is not for this to happen. I am sick about it. I've never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick, especially with that. I thought I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You tell us the last night, you vividly remember this when you told us last night, that he was laughing, you were laughing, you put him in the suitcase, he has two fingers sticking out, and you go to bed. Now we see something totally different, and it actually shows you upset and, again, using derogatory terms to him when he's begging for his life to get out of that suitcase.
So
what
my thing
you
is
say
that
we're
the-
assuming, we're not assuming,
But
we're
the
telling
finger,
you what's on there.
so it just happened to be that whenever I was videotaping or doing whatever else it was, just happened to not have that in it.
Okay. And you also, in the video, you can't see any holes. There's nowhere in that where the zipper separates and you can see a hole. If there's a hole, he's pushing on it, begging you to get out. We should probably see that hole that
He
you're
essentially
talking
would have
about.
been able to get out.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Based off what you're telling us, he should have been
Yes.
able to get out.
Okay.
But the video shows him attempting to get out, begging to get out, and he can't. So that's just what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if maybe you had too much to drink, you zipped it up all the way, and then,
I did not zip it up all the way.
Okay, well.
I did not zip it up all the way. This is horrific, okay? Horrific.
It is terrible.
Yeah, somebody lost their life.
Horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. Ever be right. Dealing with everything else that I have in my life, personally. And then this,
Okay.
whom I loved, it was not intentional. I will put my hand on the Bible. It was not intentional. I would not do that to him nor anyone else.
But you did.
Not intentional.
This is where things fall apart. The officers ask her straightforward questions, and she struggles to provide even the most simple of answers.
You intentionally went up to bed.
I didn't intentionally
left
go to
him.
bed because I'm thinking, okay,
Hold
good,
on,
he can
hold
get
on.
out.
How did you not intentionally go to bed? You said you went upstairs and got into bed. That's intentionally going to bed.
Waiting for him.
And he doesn't come, but you don't go down to check on him.
So I happen to go to sleep. When I say go to sleep,
And what do you
Goes
normally do
off
when you
whatever
go to
you're
bed?
gonna do.
What do you normally do when you go to bed?
What do you mean?
What is a bed for? Going to sleep.
Right.
So you go to
But
bed to
obviously
do
you
what?
can tell too that, like, I've
You
been
go to
drinking
bed
also.
to do what? Okay. You kept telling us, hey, I wasn't intoxicated, I wasn't this, I wasn't that.
Being drunk and intoxicated, which, yes,
Okay.
you can tell that I had been drinking, but
Okay. So if you weren't intoxicated, then why would you ever leave somebody in a suitcase that's begging to get out, that's telling you they can't breathe?
if I hadn't been drinking, you still think it would be the same thing? Where it's like, hop in, I'm going to go to sleep. Is that what you all are trying to do? To portray me
We're not trying
as?
to do anything. I'm simply asking you to explain to me what happened.
Everything was fine and dandy.
I don't want to call
Everything.
it fine and dandy.
Was fine and dandy.
Explain
You
to
all
me how.
don't, okay, for me to tell you this, again, mind you, I've been without him for a day now.
Mhm.
I don't know, I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you, because this was not in any way, shape, or form, hand on the Bible, intentional.
Okay. So you just left
I
him there to
didn't
teach
kill
him.
him.
You left him there to teach him a lesson?
I didn't mean to leave him there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You got up and walked away. How is that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole, knowing that it's there. He'll get out and no home. Because you
And
don't.
then he doesn't,
but
but you don't go check on him. You say you're up for 30 minutes and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
I'm in the bed.
You even moved,
And
I
dozed
mean,
off.
you admit to moving the suitcase, like, over, so.
You roll it.
You roll it over, like, it's not like,
I didn't want it to be like that. Don't.
you didn't want him to be upside down. How do you even get upside down?
Right. You guys are killing me right now.
To understand how investigators question suspects in high-profile cases, we need look no further than Delphi. What you're about to see is a segment from the interrogation of Richard Allen.
I'm on your side. I talked to you a little bit out there on the scene. I know you mentioned a couple times you don't want to be the fall guy for this.
The detective's strategy here is to say that he's on Richard Allen's side, to offer a friendly face as a means to get the perp's facade to crack ever so slightly.
You also mentioned to me the other day when I was telling you, hey, I want to check the property out, make sure there's no damage, and you said, doesn't matter, it's over. You know, you made a comment to me that really concerned me.
Sure.
Right. It's concerning.
And what I mean by it's over is that you've already started something here that there's no backing out of, so you've done, the damage is done, I guess is what I'm saying. That's what I would have been referring to.
Okay, and I agree with that. We have started this, we've been working on this for a long time, and all the evidence is clearly indicating you're involved in this. And listen to me, Rick, I don't believe you should be the fall guy. But all the evidence, you say you're out there, we have witnesses out there, we have your vehicle, we have experts. We have experts that say that's you on the video and that's your voice on the video.
Okay.
Experts, not me, because I'm not an
I
expert.
gotcha.
Okay, and now we have your round
Mm-hmm.
at the scene.
Okay.
Not on the bridge, you said you're on the bridge.
I don't even know how my bullet would have gotten out there if that's my bullet.
It's without a doubt that this is very
Okay.
scientific. So let me show you a picture of this round, where it was found. That's the round right there. It hadn't been out there very long. That is Liberty's foot. It's within 6 inches of one of the dead girls' bodies.
There's no way.
There isn't.
I'm telling you, there's not.
How did that round get there, Rick?
I don't know how the round got there. What I'm telling you is, if that is truly what you're saying it is, it's not my round.
The scientific experts are saying, I got a report saying that round came from your gun.
Okay, but understand this.
You were on the bridge.
I told you I was on the bridge.
Listen, right now, like I said, I got a prosecutor and investigators ready to lock you up. And if you don't give us a narrative, if you don't tell us your side of the story, there's 2 sides to every story. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you.
I get that.
The media is going to portray you as this
I know.
monster, And you don't want your wife
And it's
your
already
daughter
gonna
to
get there anyway, so.
Yeah, so this is your chance to tell us exactly what happened.
Unlike some people, most people, I care what people think about me, and
And you do.
you've
agree.
already set that ball rolling.
Yeah, but there's only one way to get out in front of it, and that's to tell the truth. What happened that day
I can't tell you what happened that day.
You can tell us.
How?
There's no doubt in my mind that the evidence clearly indicates that you're involved in this. Are you the mastermind behind this? I don't know.
Mastermind, okay.
Did somebody else set this up? I don't know, Rick. I want to know. And only you know. The truth will set you free. That's it.
Yeah.
The truth will protect you from the
Well, that's
media.
what I would have thought.
Well, tell the truth. Tell me how this round got next to one of our girls, in between both girls.
I don't know.
You do know. And if you don't tell me, you're going down for this.
Well, okay.
I'm serious.
What-
This isn't a joking matter.
I'm not joking.
You're this
Do you
close.
realize what you've done to me?
Richard Allen is not only minimizing the horrible crime he's committed, but he's deflecting the repercussions onto the officer, as if everything that's about to happen to him is the detective's fault.
This is like, you've talked to the people I work with, you've talked to my neighbors, you know, I've got anxiety, I got all kinds of stress and depression, and one of the big things is you can not even think something about me, but if I think you think something about me, it bothers me. And that's already done, because people out there already know that you think I did something,
I don't think
and I didn't. Okay.
Rick, I don't think that. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved.
Right.
So if you were in my seat and I had you saying you're out there, witnesses saying you're out there at the same time with the girls, and now after a search warrant of your house, we find a gun, your gun. You own that gun, right?
I do.
When did you buy it?
Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. I mean, it was
2001. I'll
Okay.
check for you. I know a lot of the answers to the questions I'm going to ask you, but I'm just trying to give you the opportunity to be honest. That's
Okay.
why I asked the question. So you bought it in 2001 in Peru.
Okay.
And I asked you if you ever loaned anything out. I gave you scenarios. No. So that's your gun. Either you had that gun or somebody had that gun. There's no way that round gets on that property where these two girls were killed without that gun being there. And you're there, your car's there, witnesses say
There is no way a round from my gun was anywhere near the girls, the bridge. It just didn't happen.
And listen, we're trying to help you. We're trying to help you prove
No,
it.
you're trying to accuse me of murdering two little. You calm me down, you ask me a few questions, you ask me what I'm wearing, and I tell you what I think I was probably wearing that day, and then you try to say that I'm saying that's me in that picture, and it's not.
You don't have to say that.
I'm done.
Well, I have a warrant for your
I know you
DNA.
do.
For your DNA first. What do you think I have a warrant for? You know I have a warrant. What?
I figure you're going to arrest me. You obviously think I've done it. The damage is done. Go ahead and do what you're going to do.
Well, I have
This doesn't just go away.
I know.
Exactly.
The only person I think can explain all this is you, and you're not explaining it to me.
I don't know what it is you want me to explain.
What were you doing on the bridge? How did your round get there? And why did you kill these two girls? Or why were you involved in this? What was your involvement?
I had no
I don't
involvement.
think, listen, Rick, I don't think you're the one that killed them. I don't think you're the one that stuck the knife in them. Are you?
I
Are
didn't
you
even.
that guy?
Really?
Are you? I'm
No.
asking you.
Anybody that knows me knows I could never, even if I wanted to, do something like that.
Then
That's not
what
who I
happened?
am.
Then what happened?
I can't tell you. How do you expect me to tell you? You want me to make up a story and
No, the truth. The truth is simple. You don't have to make that up. You just go back and tell me the truth.
I've
You can't
told
tell me
you.
that this event has not been weighing on you for years and years and years. You were out there.
I've told you that. I don't know what you want me to do at this point. I did not murder two little.
I've been so nice
Oh,
to
let's
you.
see.
I've been so nice to
Oh,
you.
yeah, you're being nice. You're trying to get me to confess to something I had nothing
I'm
to do
trying
with.
to get you to tell the truth. I'm not trying to trick you. throwing out what we have.
It,
Most of it.
you assume it's the truth, and it's not.
It has to be the truth. The scientists don't lie. The science doesn't lie.
That's awesome.
It's saying that round came from your gun.
I don't understand all that. All I'm telling you is there's a way that a round from my gun, the one that you took from my house, ended up next to a murder scene or anywhere else. I don't know where you got that bullet. If it came out of my gun.
Right there. That's the round.
Then it didn't come out of my gun.
That round was collected.
Then it didn't come out of my gun.
That round was collected on the 14th of February 2017.
Okay.
It's been in evidence ever since.
Okay.
All right, and we've compared other weapons to that.
I understand what you're saying, but I can't explain it.
Now that his story has completely fallen apart, watch as he attempts to deflect the detective's story by denying each and every fact as if this interrogation is a game that he can win. Whether or not he thinks this will work is unclear, but what's obvious is that he can't let himself confess to such a horrible crime.
I'm just telling you that if that was next to a murder site or anywhere near it, it didn't come out of my gun. And I don't know where you would have got one that did come out of my gun.
Right there. It was there. It was found right there.
Okay.
And I don't think you realize the severity of this. You realize the death penalty is on the table for this?
You know what? I don't really care about living at this point. I've dealt with not wanting to live for 7, 8 years now. It's been a long fucking battle. And with what you guys have done to me, kill me. I don't give a fuck. You'll make my wife rich. So
Is that what she wants? Is that what your daughter wants?
They don't want any of this to even be happening.
Well, it is.
Exactly.
I can't turn this
Exactly.
back. You were there. You're there.
Yep.
The experts say that's you on the video.
Okay.
The experts are saying you said down the hill to the girls. The experts are saying all this. That all the evidence indicates you were out there. The witnesses saw you. The witness saw you. You said you didn't see anybody else on the bridge, but there was a girl that walked up, a lady, that walked up and saw you on the platform, Rick.
Okay.
You didn't see her, and then right after that, these two girls that end up dead, minutes later, walk by her, and she looks back and sees them passing you. You're the last person to have contact with Abby and Libby. Your weapon, your gun out of your weapon is...
I've never contacted Abby and Libby. I've never even met them.
That day. Why? Who said
I
this?
didn't.
That's all I want to know, is the truth. You're not willing to...
I've told you the truth. Do what you need to do.
Okay.
To understand how investigators unravel stories that don't quite add up, we turn to the Papini case. What you're about to see is part of Sherri Papini's interrogation.
We would love to hear what you're hearing, because we want to be able to address them as best we can.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you're in the driver's seat right now.
I think it's easier to control things once you know what the information is, to be honest with you, Sherri. So I can tell you what it is, say what it is when Keith leaves, and then you can say yes or no, whether or not you want him in there for the rest of it.
For right now, he's just, am I in the room or in my other room? So that's the...
And I'm to the point where if you want him here, we'll just go on with the conversation.
As long as you're not interrupting or
Yeah.
causing a disturbance.
I'll stay over here.
But if he steps out, I can say a name, and then you can choose whether you want him in here for the rest of it or not. It's completely up to you. Or I can just continue on, and again, like I said, I wanted you to always have control over certain aspects of stuff.
At this point, the police are giving Sherri a chance to confess to the false kidnapping without calling her out in front of her husband. Take a look at her body language. She's shut down, gaming out her next move.
We're not to a point where anybody's going to jail yet. We're not to a point of anything like that. We're just still at the talking stage. We're at the control stage.
You seem scared, Sherri.
No, it's not scared.
What is it? When you don't answer, Sherri, it makes me concerned because I want to hear what your answers are, and I want to be able to understand.
The only way to control things is for us to know.
I don't want you to find her.
We're not going to find her.
She's the reason why I get to see my children every day.
I agree, but we're not going to find her.
She's the reason? What do you mean by that?
She means the younger one let her go. Right? That's what you're referring to? We're not going to find her. And we can just skip to the rock into the water and ruffle up the pond if we want to now. Again, this is your last this is the last time if you want to do this alone or with Keith. Keith's been through this also on a different level. So I'm ready I'm ready to move on and throw the dart and throw the rock and see what happens to the water. But Sherri, look at me. What do you want?
I don't want her to get in trouble.
She's not going to get in trouble. So the DNA came back to James Reyes.
The DNA that was on you belongs to James Reyes.
The picture, and can I get the picture? The picture of the table is James Reyes' little brother who died recently. We talked to him. He's been on a polygraph. We talked to everybody around him. We have the rental agreements, phone rental, the car rental agreements. We have everything that says that he said he told the truth.
That's James' brother, deceased Nick.
So everything, you've told us so many truths in this situation. The reason why you can describe the room is because you stayed in the room in the dark for hours, for days on end. The reason why you lost so much weight is because you stopped eating. The reason why you got a rash on your arm was because you cleaned his house. The reason why the brand is because he went to the store, bought the branding tools, and branded you. The reason why your nose was broke is because of a hockey stick. I know all of those things, and I know there was no sex. I know all of that because he passed a polygraph test. That said, it's not an abduction. She asked me to come get her.
No.
I rented a car.
No.
I drove up and picked her up. He passed the polygraph test, Sherri.
If that's not what happened, what did happen, Sherri?
I don't know. No, there's no way. It's James. There's no way. There's no way.
The DNA doesn't lie.
His DNA is...
His DNA was on you.
There's no way.
Robert saw you in the house while you were down there. While everything spun out of control. His cousin. Why everything ran out of control on the initial.
There's no way.
It's 100% Robert's or James's DNA.
We even collected blonde hairs from the room.
There's no way it's James. There's no way.
Tell me that it is.
Why are you saying it's not James? Why are you saying it's not?
He loved me.
What's that?
We were friends.
Mhm.
There's no way.
And he came and got you because you asked him.
No.
When was the last time you had contact with James?
His brother died.
Brother died in 2017. Is that right?
I don't remember.
Was it before or after the abduction?
Before.
Before.
When was the last time you saw James?
I don't know. Forever ago, when I lived in Southern California.
So the last person-to-person contact you had with him was back in 2006? When you were living in Southern California?
I don't know.
So,
Was it prior to your marriage?
Now that the officers have explained exactly why her story doesn't add up, Sherri shifts into total denial. That is, until she has to face the fact that the authorities have even more evidence that she faked her kidnapping.
It's him. There is no way it's him.
Well, it is, James.
The DNA tells us that it was his
Well,
DNA on you.
The DNA alone says it's him. And when we talked to him and confronted him with the DNA,
He told us what happened.
He 100% told us what happened.
He gave us details that nobody else would know.
And we can call him and we can all talk about it. But ultimately, can you look at me for a second? Ultimately, we put him on a polygraph like we did Keith. Keith was inconclusive, to be honest with you, on whether he was involved or not. But 100% James was telling the truth. The questions were, did Sherri ask you to come pick her up? He answered yes. That was the truth on a polygraph. We asked him if the two of you ever had sex. The answer was no.
During 2016.
During 2016, during the abduction, he said no. That was the truth. We asked him if you asked him to brand you. The answer was yes. And he passed the polygraph on all of those questions. He took us to the stores where he bought the chain. We talked to the friend who rented the car. The car that he rented drove over 900 miles in a day on the drop-off point.
Sure, I know this is a lot to take in. But it's not like we don't know the answers to these questions.
And the fear of Keith's reaction, obviously now he's in the room, the fear of media, the fear of all of these things are coming forward, they're in front of you now. The only way to get a hold of it, the only way for everybody to come together and heal, the whole community has to heal, is for us to be able to say, when we presented all of the evidence, all of the stuff that came forward, you told us the truth. You told us what happened. Because you did go in a dark room, that's true. You did lay in the back seat of a car, that's true. You did lose weight, you were branded, your hair was cut. You did have bruises all over. But how those bruises got there are because you did it and James did some. The reason why your nose got broke is because you held the hockey stick to your face and he forced it into your nose. The reason why the brand is in a straight line is because he did it. He described exactly where it was. He told us exactly how he did it, where he did it, how he did it. Only you and I and maybe 5 other people know where the brand was. He told me immediately. Robert told friends and family you were there. His mom knew that you were there because of course it went news and everybody knew you guys dated. Everybody knew you guys had a relationship. So when it happened, of course, family reached out to him. He told them, yeah, she was here. But it said it hurt her. I didn't hurt her. So.
What are you thinking, Sherri?
That doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
What actions doesn't make sense?
A lot of it doesn't make sense.
Can we talk about those?
No.
James' DNA was confirmed on your clothing. The two of you haven't seen each other in over a decade. If you told me that you haven't been in his room, you haven't had contact with him in over 10 years. However,
You described his bedroom to a T.
And the DNA on you was still a vibrant piece of DNA. 10-year-old DNA dies. The DNA that was there specifically was non-seminal fluid, was seminal fractions. You got that from his house somewhere. So whether it was the bed that you were sleeping on, whether it was the couch, whether it was anywhere in there. When somebody would come to the door and be around the property, you'd call James, James would call Robert, which is those 2 doors down. Robert would run people off the property. Robert told me all of that. James told me everything. So the only person that hasn't started telling us certain facts, there are certain facts that are true. When we were sitting there talking to James, There were so many truths that were a part of your story that it's hard to decipher the lies until we put it all together. Until he says, hey, how did you pick her up? I opened up the passenger side seat, I opened the door, you jumped in the back seat. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? I don't know. It was weird. So are you calling James a liar? Are we not believing James what he told me?
No.
I know you're scared.
Cannot believe that it is James.
I can't believe James told us the truth. That's what I can't believe. He passed a polygraph, Sherri.
So did Keith.
No, he didn't. He was inconclusive. And he was involved.
So James is involved, but I don't...
James picked you up. You called James to pick you up. You mailed him a letter with your address. You used a burner phone to call another burner phone for James to come and get you.
You're saying since your marriage you haven't called James?
No, I have called James.
Because earlier you said you hadn't contacted James. Because phone records show that you do. You did. The phones don't lie, the DNA doesn't lie, Sherri.
His polygraph doesn't lie.
So you can go a couple different directions now.
His story.
I've already told you lying to me is a crime. So you walk out the store telling lies, and that's a crime.
I think we need my lawyer. This isn't making any sense.
Now we move to the Robert Bever interrogation. Unlike most suspects, Bever doesn't hold back. He gives investigators the full story within the first few minutes.
So like I said, we wanted to kind of talk about what happened last night. Can you kind of run me through what happened?
Okay, just last night?
Well, okay, let's do this. Let's go.
The officer is using a technique that we saw earlier. He's just being a nice guy. But it's clear from his body language that he doesn't expect Bever to be so forthcoming.
Back to the beginning, because we know some crazy stuff happened last night, and I've heard and talked with your brother, and I know that you guys kind of talked about it before and had some planning. So start there, where you came up with the idea and what you were thinking and what happened.
Okay, well, it actually was when I was about 13, and I had always, my parents always beat me until I wished I was dead, but then I had this idea, what if they were dead instead? And so I just kept that thought in my head for some years, and then I finally convinced my parents to let me leave the house and walk down to Micah Tech and get a job. So I started saving up money, got a few $1,000s because I didn't have any bills, bought some leisure stuff, but I also started buying body armor. And I was buying body armor on the off chance that I would ever get to use it, like if I could ever get out of there. But after so many months, I quit Micah Tech and I was like, okay, I figure I have about enough money now to make this happen. So my brother had already asked me about the body armor. He had kind of a similar interest in it. I was like, sure, I can buy you some too.
He had a similar interest in the body armor?
He has similar interest in the body armor. I found out from late night conversations with him that he also had an interest in murder. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'll buy you your armor rig. And the packages kept coming. I kept having body armor showing up, and my parents were like, why are you stockpiling body armor? I never told them. When I only had my helmet and my plate carrier though, I came into my dad's office one day and I just looked at him and I said, this is my life preservation rig. And I could tell he was really angry because, he didn't want me buying stuff like that. He was kind of like glaring at me.
How long ago was that?
A few months ago.
Okay.
So when did you start buying body armor?
I bought the plate carrier, I think it was either really early this year or sometime last year.
Okay.
And I had to agree to some kind of little waiver that apparently nobody pays attention to that said, yes, I'm over the age of 21. It's like, well, you actually only have to be 18 to buy body armor, but for some reason it said, yes, I am over the age of 21. And so I was worried for a while. I didn't buy anything else because I wasn't sure if I was even going to get this plate carrier. And I was like, well, I have to do this without body armor.
Okay.
Anybody could lay me out. So, but then he arrived and I started getting more bold about it. I bought myself a helmet from this veteran.
Like, did you meet him online or something, or how did you...
I didn't actually know him, but I could tell this guy wasn't like a seller who like was reselling old helmets he found. This was like the only one he had in stock.
Okay.
Same with my brothers.
Remember, the officer is doing everything he can to make his suspect comfortable, but there's no way that he ever imagined that Bever would be so forthcoming. Watch the officer's face as he hears the next admission.
These were
Was that on eBay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But these were personal sellers, and I thought it was really nice that they would sell me these helmets. And his ended up being too big because when the Chinese faceplates got here, they wouldn't fit under his helmet. And it was like sticking out, and he was like, I can't see out of this thing. So I was like, okay, after we kill him, I'll take a saw and I'll cut the corners off so it fits in there. And he's like, okay, fine. So that's why we weren't wearing the masks when we were caught, because I never had time to doctor them.
Okay.
But otherwise, after that, I got myself a balaclava. You know, I didn't want to get helmet hair.
Yeah.
I got myself some Kevlar sleeves, which I did use last night. It actually saved me because they kept trying to bite my arms.
Really?
And those sleeves stopped them. It was, you know, they were like trying to take a chunk out of my flesh, but those sleeves stopped them.
Dang. Did you still have those on when you got caught?
No, they were so soaked with blood, I just stripped them off and threw them on the floor.
Oh, so they're in the house somewhere?
Yeah, they're in the house, near my closet with the rest of my rig. But I got myself some Kevlar gloves with the hard knuckles, injected knuckles. I was only using one last night, one to go over their heads so they couldn't bite me.
Okay.
And then this was my knife hand, and it was bare.
Okay. What kind of knives did you have?
It's clear that the officer knows that this is the rare interrogation where a suspect is completely forthcoming, so he keeps asking questions. It's just that the answers are hard to stomach.
In 2013, I bought myself I want to say it was 11-inch, an 11-inch hunting knife from Survivor Knives.
Okay.
And then about a few weeks ago, I ordered a 15-inch hunting knife.
Okay.
And I used those. I also had a pear knife. It was a little tiny surgical blade.
Okay.
That's what I started out using. I got that as a sample at like Razors or something so many years ago.
Okay.
I don't know why I held on to it, but it broke. I tried to use it.
Okay.
But that was about all I was using.
So you got the kind of the body armor, the helmets, the masks, then you had the knives, and during all that time you kind of talking with your brother about this stuff too?
Yeah, we were talking about when to do it. Originally we were thinking September, got bumped back to August. Finally we were like, nope, let's do it this week, let's do it on Thursday.
And why did you decide on Thursday?
Because I was trying to pack everything in. See, the last thing I ordered were some leg armor.
Okay.
From a riot gear set. We got those. So now we had full rigs. And I was like, okay, what else we need? We need guns.
Okay.
So I went on the official Mossberg website. I found a real nice Mossberg 590A one.
Okay.
With the stock. And I ordered that. It was only about $529.
And you paid, do you have like a debit card or credit card or something?
Yeah, I was using my debit card. I paid cash for everything. I stopped working at Micatech after I got so many thousands of dollars. So I had like a budget for this. It's in my
Okay.
book.
Your book?
Yeah, I have a little book in a lockbox underneath my bed.
Okay.
It talks more about it.
Does that lockbox, how do you unlock it?
It's already unlocked.
Okay.
It was just three dial combinations on each side, but it's already unlocked.
Okay.
I was just making the last entry before we did it.
Okay. So you ordered the shotgun, how was that gonna get here? Where was it going?
Well, I already did my research. Funny thing was, we were originally planning to do this with knives, but then I found out you can order guns online, and that was just mind-blowing because my parents hate guns.
Yeah.
They were kind of a weird mix between some kind of liberal hippie and a conservative nut, because they were racist as all hell and homophobic, and they hated cops, and
Man.
you know, I just hated everything about them. And for another thing, like my dad always told me, you know, I gave you life. I'm your God.
Wow.
You know,
Did they go to church or anything anywhere?
never went to church. I don't know where they got all their ideas.
Huh.
These cases remind us how quickly the tone shifts once the interrogation room door closes. Thanks for watching, and if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.